my daily routine, our daily routine, which I would feel free to share with you, is for the past 5 years has been constant worship and prayer. And almost every time we meet, we don't pray anything less than 3 hours every day. Every day. Every day.
I'd like to add at this point that we will never force. Vicky is also pregnant, as Tega was, and we will never force anyone to do what they wouldn't want to do. We are members of the team together. In fact, we would even insist that, look, you guys must rest, you must rest, because we understand.
My name is Great Gift Nicholas, and I am a singer and a music minister with the Gratitude. And these are my colleagues.
I'm Vicky Douglas.
Joshua, the husband.
Yeah.
My name is Doyaji.
Okay, so we're music ministers with the Gratitude in Coza. We're aware that you have heard several things going on online lately about us and about our dear sister who has gone on to be with the Lord, Tega. This is really hard for us to do, but we just thought it wise to speak with you. Normally, our church do not allow for this kind of response in any form, but we had to insist. And Tega was a wonderful sister. If you ever knew her, she's an amazing person. Her soul rest in peace. However, it's not Tega that we want to talk about right now. Some of the things going on online have it that we, myself, Great Gift, and my brother, Due, sold our souls for material gain. First of all, we are Christians. We're children of God, and we worship God in Coza. We've been here for 5 years. I've been here for 5 years now. And nothing of such have been an experience with me. I've never experienced.
We have never been starved of benefits that are rightfully ours. Every month, in fact, can you imagine that during the pandemic, we were given extra bonuses for still stretching and doing, our work via the internet. We would record and stuff and just post them. You can imagine we were given bonuses for that. So for 5 years, there's never been any time where we were owed salaries or bonuses at all. So from November that we decided to put a structure as an artist, as a team, that's been dragged on the internet as being owed salaries. Please, it is not true.
That's not true.
It is not true. And the issue of us selling our souls for a car and whatever, that's also not true.
Please,
I can just add this before you talk. The story doesn't give you a complete eye view or perspective of everything. Imagine different things. Now, one of the things that was also mentioned, making the rounds on the internet, is the fact that we haven't been paid salaries. And we want to respond to that. In November, we had a music professional come in, hired by our church and our senior pastors to help with the structure of the team. And that's in the works. So all the monies that have come in from all our events have gone to the Gratitude purse.
Yes.
True, we haven't shared any money amongst ourselves from those events.
And that's just between November and now.
Yes, that's between November and now. For 5 years, before this time, we have never been owed salary from the stress that their bodies are going through. So for anyone to think that we put her under undue stress to travel with us, to go for events, go and minister with us, is not true.
It's not true.
If anything, we told her to rest,
Yes.
or take much needed medical care, whatever she needed. And if you know our sister very well, she's a very determined, very driven person, who would always want to go all out for what she believed.
Yes.
And she believed in the team,
Yes.
which is why during the last couple of weeks, she still traveled with us to go minister wherever we went. So it's quite unfortunate that we have to come and talk about this, because, it's not the easiest thing to want to do, but if hearing one side, I have a car from church. Now, this is how it all played out. We all were supposed to register for an audition in November, and we did. I auditioned as well. I sang, I did the written examinations, and I got, the car as a gift by emerging the winner of the competition, Upsurge. And that's how that came about. So we are not doing whatever we're doing for personal gains or for selfish purposes.
All right. Alluding to what he just said about, the car and all of that, because one of the things that, have been mentioned online is that we sold our souls for material gains. That is not true. The winner, he wasn't the only one. There was a second runner-up who also got a car. And the reason why I didn't win, as it were, was because I missed my test. There was a written test, owing to the fact that the link that was sent, that I was supposed to write my own test with, the network had issues. I actually scored a good point, but just because of that test. And as a result, Pastor, out of the magnanimity of his heart, just decided, okay, let me just encourage my son. And then he gave me that car. Now, I don't know how you would call that selling of soul. The rest of our brothers and sisters here, including our late sister, they were there, they rejoiced with us, they congratulated us, and we rejoiced together. So, in the fight, at this point, I may want to say this, that the individual saying these things was once a leader in the gratitude. And while she was here, she had an official car. She was given an official car. She was paid more than anybody, any of us. No one for one day complained. Now, all we've done is serve faithfully. All we've done is support the kingdom, and be a blessing. At the point where the auditions was called for, it was open to everyone. A few of us, including our late sister, registered for the audition. Some people didn't, but we did. And at the end of the audition, my brother, we've been here, we have never, because I heard about it, I heard something about, being introduced to a cult. We have never been a party to anything like that. That is not what we do here. If for anything, I believe that the gratitude has been a blessing to the world. And that's what we keep on doing. That's what we're committed to, because that's what God called us to. So we just want to put it out there that every allegation, all those things mentioned, they are not true. This is really hard for us to do. This is not the right time for us to be talking about this, and it's, as a matter of fact, it's not even the church policy to do this. We had to insist on doing this, and we thank the church for allowing us to do this. Please, for the sake of those of you out there who believe in us, who believe in what God is doing through us,